What is going on? Let me see if we can move this out of the way a little bit more. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Okay, we can do that. What is going on, dwellers of the world? We are back. We are back with another live to show you guys everything that I picked up today. Now, it is Friday. Very busy day today. And on this live, I'm going to show you guys everything that I picked up. Now, I'm very excited because I purchased a lot of things. I've been buying a ton of things, and I've been it's been a good week already. It's been a really good week, and you guys, the amount of stuff that I purchased today and yesterday was a lot. Now, yesterday I think I pulled $80, and I was like, you know what? I may or may not use all of the $80, right? But I always say that. I always say, oh, I may or may not use it. But I ended up spending probably all 80. I think I came back with like $5 or $6. So I didn't. I spent $75 yesterday, and today I also went out and bought. Well, you didn't wait for me. Sorry. And I'm actually streaming on both. So I'm also on the other one, and I'm on this one here. I'm gonna come out in the live. You'll probably make it on time though, no? You make it on time? So, anyways, and this morning I said, you know what? I'm only gonna pull out $60, and I'm probably gonna see if there's anything. And guys, I ended up spending all $60 plus all of whatever other dollars I had on me. Like I said, it was busy. It was a busy day. But as always, you guys know me. I need to have my coffee. Coffee 24/7. So let's get into yesterday's. Now, yesterday I ended up spending a ton of money. Like I said, $75, which is a lot for what I do, right? But I ended up picking up vintage clothes. Yesterday was mainly vintage clothes because I went to maybe 3 or 4 different estate sales. Now, sometimes it's like that, and I even missed out on it. Well, not missed out, but I left a few t-shirts behind because here's what I don't like about estate sales, okay? They put prices and they said, hey, these prices are $3. And I was like, okay, $3 per shirt or clothing. I think it said $3 per clothing, right? So when I walk up to pay, okay, the lady running the sale was like, oh, these are $5 because they are Disney branded or these Disney brand. And I was like, you know, and that's one thing I don't like. I don't like when, they pull the good old switcherooski on me, right? The good old switcheroo. That's the thing that I don't like. Now, if it said $3 or as marked, like normally it would say, then I would be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, maybe they are $5, maybe they're $10, right? But I'm knowing that from the beginning. But when it said $3 clothing or shirts or whatever it said, the sign said, I was like, you know what? Okay, $3. Like that's what I was expecting to pay. Did not happen that way. And again, $5, you might be like, oh, really? Like you're gonna be petty over $2? Yeah, like like it's just the principle. It's the principle of the matter, or the matter of the principle. However it's said, right? So I was like, you know what? Thank you, but I will leave them behind. Like I don't need these grumpy T-shirts because they were grumpy from Disney, one of the doors. Anyways, a lot of rambling. Let's just get on. Let's just get on with this life. So, first shirt right here, guys. Check out this cat shirt. It's got a nice little pocket right here, and I don't know, is it a real pocket? No, okay, no, it's not a real pocket. It's not a real pocket. Okay. There's the size extra large, the mountain, printed in the United States. Now it's not made in the United States, so I don't think it's like that old. If I were to guess, I would say maybe 2010, 2012. There's a little print here, but it doesn't. The. I can't read like how what year it is from, but it's right there. Again, this sale right here, I paid $3 per shirt, and all the shirts you're gonna see coming up next. So this was just it's a cool cat shirt. That is it. There's nothing on the back. The back is plain. $3. I was like, you know what? I'll take it. And I have a video, and I'll probably be making a video out of that a little later today, maybe. But let's continue with the t-shirts. We got another mountain, but check out this snow lion, snow leopard. I don't know, is there such thing as snow lions? I don't know. But on this one, you can clearly tell the date right there. 2012, let's see, on this side here. Man, okay, it's hard to, but right there, 2012, the mountain. So 14-year-old t-shirt right here. And again, there's the price. Like I said, at the state, so when they're doing these, they price them. Like if they don't want to do general pricing, they put a little sticker indicating what the price is. In this case, like I said, $3. Again, nothing crazy here. You know, I thought it was cool, so I grabbed it. Now this one here, this one here I think is super cool. So this is a promotional Delta. We love to fly, and it shows. Right there, that's what the Delta, and Delta is an airline, airline, I don't, you know. So, and on the front, it has all these different places, I'm assuming where they fly, or at least they used to fly, I don't know, I think, yeah, where they fly. And then also it continues on the back. Now this one is Fruit of the Loom, made in the USA. Right there. Vintage. 90s, early 90s maybe. If I were to put a number on it, maybe early 90s. So, very happy with this one right here. Now, also at the sale, I ended up getting a locomotive, a locomotive driver hat. I don't know. But this is a size medium. Okay, but look at that, made in the good old USA. Again, size medium though, so it does fit small. You know, if I were to guess. Again, made in the USA, vintage hat. I bought it, you know, and I think this one was $5. I think they wanted $5 for the hat right here. We're gonna finish up the hats. So we got Blue Angels. Okay, you can see right there in the front, and then the tag is also one size fits all, made in the good old USA vintage hat. Paid also $5 for it. You guys, if you guys been following me, you guys been seeing that I'm getting into more clothing, into a little bit more different things that I can buy to flip. Now those were the only two hats I got yesterday. Then we are gonna follow up with this Disney 50th anniversary right there. Okay, and then on the back it has a big old castle, Tinkerbell, Disneyland. $3 per shirt. Again, very happy with this one right here. Now it doesn't go for a crazy amount, so you know, but still, I think they're in the 70th anniversary right now, so a 20-year-old t-shirt. we got 50 years and still going. Smokey the Bear. Okay, this one's Hanes. Hanes Beefy Tag. Made in the USA. Single stitch. Okay, single stitch. Size large. So this will fit my brother-in-law, my bro. I don't know. What do you think, Gil? What do you think? Smokey? Would you rock out the Smokey shirt? He's gonna let me know. He's gonna let me know in the comments. We'll see. We'll see if he pops in here. Now, this one here, another Disneyland shirt, but look at that. It's just Mickey with a key. I wonder if this is like a key holder T-shirt that they used to sell. I don't know. But as you can tell right there, Mickey Inc. We got Mickey with the key. It's got a little pocket there. Nothing on the back. Like this is a plain T-shirt. Yes, you'll rock out the Smokey shirt. Nice. Again, $3. $3 I pay for that. And then we have California Firestorm 1993. This one's also a size large. Right there, size large. And on the back we have California Firestorm, October, November 1993. Vintage tees, I'm telling you guys. And just because, you know, they were there, I'm assuming for that, they got another one, but this is in the color black. Again, same thing, California Firestorm 1993. Now, those were all the shirts that I have in here that I'm going to show you guys. Like I said, I think at this under spending $34, I think, with the hats and the shirts. Now, today I went out and I ended up spending a total of $60, $65, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly. Okay, but today was focused on video games, guys. I bought a few video games today. Sorry, I need my coffee. So, the video games today. I went back to a sale that I was at yesterday, okay? And I picked up a few things yesterday, nothing crazy. A few VHS tapes, a few cassette tapes, again, nothing crazy. But I went back and I was like, you know, I'm gonna go see if they have anything else, right? To see if they pull out anything. And the lady was talking about Pokemon cards back from when her daughter was a young little girl. And she's like, yeah, my daughter was like 5 and she's 37 now. So, which means this is 1990, 99, 98, whenever, like Pokemon cards. And I was like, ooh, okay, well, you know, are you going to sell the Pokemon cards, right? And she's like, no, my daughter wants them, like that. I'm not going to be able to sell them. And I was like, and she's like, yeah, they're all like neatly put away in a binder. Like she took care of them. And I was like, you know, and I still shot my shot. I was like, you know what? If in case she doesn't want it, let me know. I'll leave you my phone number so that way, you know, if she doesn't want it, I will gladly buy them, right? Because vintage Pokemon is hard to find nowadays, right? You know, I used to hear like, oh yeah, I went to this yard sale years ago and I found, you know, I sold my Pokemon cards there. Or, oh, I sold my Pokemon cards, you know, at a yard sale a long time ago. It happens that way, right? And this lady said that her daughter, like I said, collected them when she was 5, 6 years old. So these are vintage Pokemon cards that are in a box, buried somewhere. But as I was there, I noticed that under the table there was something that I wanted. And she gave me this cool bag. Look at that. Cheetah print bag. Okay. It's gonna be a little noisy because very noisy bag. These are my keys. I still rocking a Charizard right there in my keys. Vintage Charizard. Okay, but we're gonna put that there. At this sale, I got a VHS to small VHS, and I think that's what they're called, small VHS adapter. Now, if you guys don't know, these adapters right here go for not crazy, okay, but they do move quickly. 40, maybe 45. You know, you might think like, oh, it's just an adapter, you know, but these things get broken, they get, you know, they get thrown away. And people still need these to put their tapes here so that way they can play them on a good old VHS player. Without this, there's nothing you can do with those small VHS tapes. So she's like, oh, I want $1 for this. Yeah, I will take it. I will take it. So small VHS adapter. We also got 1999-2000 NBA champion Lakers VHS tape. Okay. I don't know. I don't know anything, to be completely honest with you guys. I saw it and I was like, looks cool. You know, Lakers has a big following, right? You have Shaq. Yeah, you got Shaq. You got Kobe. Oh, come on. Okay, well, got restricted again. I don't know. Something about commercial disclosure and paid marketing. Like I said, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So, anyways, well, we will push through. Anyways, so $3 is what I paid for that, and we also have another one. This is the 2002 version. Again, $3. Nothing crazy here. So, and I am on that one. I'm also streaming on that one, on the other one. So, anyways, there it is. Okay, also paid $3 for that. I've been restricted. Okay, whatever. I got 2 restrictions. Oh, wow. Okay, whatever. Okay. Whatever. But I am on the other one as well, though. So if you wanna hop on the other one, that's also fine. Anyways, let's continue. Let's push on. Whatever. We have the order. PS4 game. Like I said, this is today has been about video games. Nothing I can do about everything else that's happening. So, the order, $3 was paid for that PS4 game. Second Son, okay, PS4 game, and Assassin's Creed. Now, if you guys have never played Assassin's Creed, very, very fun game right here. I love playing Assassin's Creed. It's a fun game, a fun franchise. No, I think still on. I think still on. It's just restriction. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just pushing on. I'm just going through whatever happens. I don't know. So anyways, Assassin's Creed, very fun game right here. Now, I've never played Syndicate. This is one that I've never played. I always wanted to play all of the Assassin's Creed games, but you know. So, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now, in a box, I saw this right here. And I was like, ooh, okay, well, Wii Sports, right? Did they have Wii Sports? And I opened it, and sadly, it was not in there. But the lady was like, you know what, you can just have it. She's like, if you find it, you can put it in, and then, you can complete it. I was like, okay, well, thank you. Appreciate it. So Wii Sports, this was free, but there was nothing. There was nothing there other than the actual book. But the main thing and why I paid, how much did I pay at this sale? I paid 50. I paid 56. I paid $56 at this sale, okay? And this right here was the main reason. Now, I will tell you guys how this came to be. So I woke up again. I was there yesterday. I did not see her there yesterday, but she's like, "Oh yeah, I had it since yesterday." And I was like, "Well, how much you want for it?" And she's like, "Well, it's missing the rest of the parts. Like that's why I didn't sell it yesterday. Someone lowballed me, offered me $10 for it." And I was like, "Okay, well then, she probably knows what she has, right? Like at least that's in my mind what I'm thinking." So I was like, "Okay, well, how much do you want?" It's really simple. And she's like, "Well, I don't want to sell it without the other parts, all this." And I was like, "Okay, like I get it. I understand." And I was like, and but I'm here. I'm willing to buy it, and I can come back. And if you find the parts, great. And if you don't find the parts, also great. Like I'm not gonna sweat it, right? Because she's like, yeah, like I have the video cord somewhere. She's like the controller is missing this bottom part here. That tells me that maybe they had one of those Game Boy players, because this is where it connects. The Game Boy player connects to this connector right here. And she's like, well, I'm asking 50. She's like, but I'm negotiable on the price. So I was like, okay, I was like, let me throw you an offer, right? And the only reason why I threw an offer was because when I opened it, Super Smash Bros. Is in here. So I was like, okay, well, I was like, let me give you $40. Let me give you $40 so that way, you're happy. Hopefully, I'll be happy with that price. And, we call it a day. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, like I'll take the $40. So I told her, I was like, hey, like if you find it, I'll come back, I'll grab them, and we'll go from there. Like I'm not, why? Because I know the value on these consoles, right? I know the value. That game alone is worth what I paid. Like is all in all, it was a win-win situation, regardless um, whether I whether she finds anything or she doesn't find anything. Like it's a win-win. At least for me, it was a win-win situation. Like it's not a problem. So picked up a GameCube. I don't come across GameCube that often, to be completely honest with you guys. Like I see them from time to time, but not often. So when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I need to make a play. I need to make a play. I need to have it. Like I said, I've had this colorway before. I have, and I get rid of it. I have my original black that I've had since a long time ago. This was my original GameCube that me and my brother and everybody else we used to play. I still own that one. I also own a different one. I think it's a indigo or the purple one, and now the silver. Now I do want. There's a Pokemon one, and literally it's just this thing right here that is Pokemon. I also want that one, but I don't want to spend $200 on something like that. So we will see. We will see what I end up doing with this one here. As always, it might just be something that I test and then I let it go. Do I need three? Do I need four? No, just the one that just my original one that I have, and then my daily one, not the daily one, but the one I would play if I were to play anything. we will see. We will see what I end up doing with it. But GameCube today was a good day. Um, Also, I picked up this NRA. Yeah, it's an NRA jacket. Okay, brand new. They never used it. It is a big size though. It is a size. Let me see. 3X, 3XL. So it's a large size, But I don't know. Brand new. They told me, oh, $3 for the jacket. Yeah, I'll take it. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I bought it. So the last sale that I went to today, and this is where I'll probably end the live. I walk up and I see a. What did I see first? Oh, okay. I saw a cable. That's right. I did see a cable. Okay. So I saw a cable for the GameCube. Okay. And I was like, hey, how much is the cable? $1. Okay. Cool. Nintendo brand. Yeah, I'll take it, right? So as I'm holding, ever try it on? Oh, what? Try on the jacket? No, I'm not gonna try on the jacket. It'll also be too big for me. Like it's 3X. It's a big jacket. I won't. Anyways, so I said, "Hey, how much for the cable?" They said $1. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. And I next to the cable there was a console, right? A Xbox 360, and I have it here. Xbox 360, black. Now, I normally don't like to pick these consoles up because 99% of the time these are broken. They're just not working. The red ring of death or whatever it's called. And but there's one model that I pick up every single time, regardless. If it's broken, okay, it's fine. Okay. And there's this one here because this one is a very specific model with the motherboard that is very good. That it doesn't happen quite often. The red ring of death, at least with this console, with this model. So there was a console and there was also a controller. And I said, hey, how much for the console, right? And they said, oh, $5. Okay, cool. Like, yeah, I'll buy it, right? And the controller was right on top of the console. So I grab the console, bring it over, get the cable, bring it over. And I'm about to hand them $6. And the seller asks, oh, okay, well, the controller's not included. And I said, okay, well, the controller, the console without a controller is, there's nothing I can do with it, right? But I was like, you know what? I wasn't even in the mood to like start an argument or do anything, at that point. So I was like, okay, well, how much do you want for the controller? Like it. He's like, oh, just give me $1. Okay, okay. So, we're gonna make a big thing about $1. Okay. I was like, you know what? Whatever. Like so I gave him the last dollar I had, and I left. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not a person that is gonna sit there and argue with whoever about anything. No, I just, I'd rather use my energy somewhere else. Okay, I'd rather do other things and not sit there and argue over $1. If that's the way they run things, hey, that's fine. Like, I wasn't sweating it. I didn't care. So, and they're buying the console, the controller, and the cable for $7 at the last sale. I am very happy with everything that I got today. Today, yesterday, it's gonna be some work, of course. With anything, it takes work, it takes time. But overall, I am very, very happy with everything. I'm happy with, also with this live, going live, hanging out for a little bit, hanging out, showing you guys everything that I'm buying, even if I get restricted or whatever is happening. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for coming to the live. This is where I'm gonna end it. And as always, stay safe. Have a nice day. And we'll see you guys in a little bit. Literally, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay? Bye.